Hello students, let us continue chapter number 14. So today we are going to discuss our next topic, that is coastal plains. Plains along the sea coast. The peninsular plateau is surrounded by coastal plains from Kutch in the west to Odisha in the east. These coastal plains are divided into West Coast Plain and East Coast Plain. Now the West Coast Plain. The West Coast Plain is spread from Gujarat in the west to Kerala in south. The entire plain is in the form of a narrow belt except in Gujarat. This plain is very undulating. In north, it is known as Konkan Coast, while it is known as Malabar Coast from Goa to the southern end of the plain. Most of the rivers of the West Coast Plain have formed creeks and estuaries at their mouth. Most of these creeks are submerged valleys under river water. These are formed due to the emergence of seashore. These creeks provide favorable conditions for fishery. Many natural harbors, that is ports such as Mumbai, Marmagoa, etc., are situated on this coast. Also, backwaters have developed along the southern coast of Kerala. These are known as Kayal in local language. Now the next is East Coast Plain. East Coast Plain is much broader than the West Coast Plain. Large amount of alluvial deposit is found in the deltas of river Kaveri, Krishna, Godavari and Mahanadi. The northern part of this plain is known as Northern Sarkar. The southern part of East Coast Plain, which covers Tamil Nadu coast, is known as Coromandel Coast. Now the next topic is archipelagos. India has two main archipelagos, that is Lakshadweep Islands and Andaman Nicobar Islands. Now the first one, Lakshadweep Islands. Lakshadweep Islands are a group of many small islands. They are located at some distance from the Kerala coast in the Arabian Sea. These islands have a horseshoe shape. Such coral islands are called atolls. Now student, you can underline this sentence. It can come in blanks in the exam. Now the next is Andaman Nicobar Islands. Andaman Nicobar Islands are a group of islands located on the eastern side of India in the Bay of Bengal. Here the number of islands is more than the Lakshadweep Island. Moreover, they are situated very far from Indian coast. These islands are spread over 350 kilometers and have a strategic importance. You can underline this sentence. It can come in 1 mark question. These islands are these islands also contain some mountain ranges, some of which are formed due to the volcanic activity. Now, Barren Island is an active volcano present in Andaman Nicobar. It is the only active volcano of India. Narkandam is another small volcanic island in Andaman Nicobar. However, this is a dormant volcano. Now, thus there is a diversity in the physical features of India. Every region has its own distinct characteristics, and yet all regions are interconnected. All of them have important contribution in the progress of the nation and are useful in the forest resources, Northern fertile plains are also called storehouse of grains. Southern Plateau is rich in many mineral resources which has enhanced the national progress. Many rivers with large volume of water originate in the northern mountainous region, which is also known for a variety of forest resources. Now the next topic is rock, a composite matter made up of one or more minerals is called a rock. Rocks can be hard as well as soft. They can be porous or non-porous and can be light or heavy in weight. Various types of rocks are formed due to different processes. Rocks can be divided into three categories on the basis of their formation. These are igneous rocks, stratified rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Now, student, you can go through this chart. In this, they have shown you the types of rocks. Now, let us discuss these rocks in detail. Now, the first one is igneous rocks. The intense heat in the interior of the earth is responsible for the formation of these rocks. The interior of the earth remains very hot due to this heat. So the matter here is in semi-liquid state, which is called as magma. Eventually, when this magma cools down, rocks are formed. These rocks are formed due to the effect of heat, hence these are called igneous rocks. In the formation of the crust of the earth, these rocks were formed earliest. So these are also called primary rocks. At many places in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and southern peninsula in India, such rocks have formed. Igneous rocks are most solid of all rocks. Granite is a well-known example of plutonic rock. Basalt is also this type of rock. Now the next one is stratified rocks. Igneous rocks disintegrate due to the collective effect of water and other forces. These are also known as sedimentary rocks. The broken rock material is constantly deposited in water and they form layers. Thus, rock material is deposited into different layers. The upper layers exert pressure over the layer of underlying rocks, which were formed initially and are lying at the bottom, and eventually rocks are formed with different layers. These are called stratified rocks. Its examples are gypsum, limestone and coal. Coal and gypsum are obtained from Bihar and Jharkhand states. Now the third one is metamorphic rocks. In certain peculiar condition, the form, composition and other characteristics of rocks are totally changed due to the combined effect of two factors with high temperature and pressure of rock strata. The igneous and sedimentary rocks change into a totally new form. These newly formed rocks are known as metamorphic rocks. Marble and quartzite available in Rajasthan are their best example. Now, the next topic is mineral. Minerals is that matter which is formed due to natural, organic or inorganic process and has a specific chemical composition. Minerals are available from the interior of the earth in solid, liquid and gaseous forms. Minerals depends on the geological structure of the surface of the earth. Minerals such as iron, copper, nickel, gold, silver, etc. are found in igneous rocks. Coal, mineral oil, and natural gas, etc., are available from stratified rocks, while slate, marble, diamond, etc., are available from metamorphic rocks. Now, student, in my next video, I will explain you about the classification of minerals. Thank you.